Hi, it's Will from Practical Performance Car here, and I'm with Mark Dwyer, and in a minute you're going to find out why, because in this garage he's got a car that used to belong to me. Show us what it is, Mark.
Certainly.
Didn't look quite like that when I had it.
Red Pig was a heavily modified 70s Mercedes 300 SEL 6.3 that put Mercedes-AMG on the map. Built for the Spa 24-hour race in 1971, the Big Merc finished second, its now 6.8 litre engine making more than 420 horsepower. Mercedes enthusiast Mark Dwyer built this tribute to the Big Arch V8 Super Saloon based on a car that PPC's Will Holman imported from South Africa back at the turn of the century. Will bought the car as a standard 280 SE, but having told anyone who'd listened that the best course of action for anything with four wheels was to stick a V8 in it, he did just that, creating the perfect base for Mark to work with.
I've read your story in my history pack that when I bought it from that, he went to great pains to explain that Will Holman got it from South Africa.
Yeah, well, I went with my colleague at the time, Kevin Leeper, and it's about 2000, the year 2000, and this thing called the internet had been invented, and we discovered that apart from naked ladies on it, there was this thing called autotrader.co.uk.
You found more than naked ladies?
Yeah, we found Autotrader in South Africa.
Okay.
And the South African currency, the rand, was about 18 to the pound at the time. So we were looking at the prices of these old cars, thinking, we've got to go over there and buy some cars. And we looked at, the usual stuff, E-types, Triumphs, MGs and all that, but what we discovered was really cheap out there was old Mercs. So we went out there, and the idea was that if we could buy 4 old 108s, similar, we could, by the time we paid for shipping, bought the cars and got them back to the UK, and sold 2 of them, we'd end up with a free Merc each.
Ah.
And that was the plan.
Right.
But on the last day of the trip, we'd only bought 3 cars, and we'd agreed that if we'd only got 3, rather than argue about who gets to keep one of them, we'd just sell all of them.
Okay.
So last day we drove to a supermarket with the intention of getting a free ads paper and looking for a 4th car. And as we pulled into the car park, there was this, stuck in this empty car park on its own, just parked up.
This is the story I'd always wanted to hear.
Yeah,
I'd heard the rumours.
Yeah, so we went into the supermarket and we walked around and we basically asked everyone in the shop, you don't have to own that old Mercedes out there. And after about an hour, this woman said, what, the old beige one? I said, yeah. She said, yeah, it's mine. I said, do you want to sell it, do you? She said, not really, no, it's my everyday car. And we said, well, we'll give you 800 quid for it. She went, yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, and we got our 4 cars, and that's the one I kept.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by what condition the bodywork was in.
There wasn't a panel on it that didn't have a dent in it, but it wasn't rusty. This was in Johannesburg region.
Okay.
We had about 6 millimetres of rain a year.
Yeah.
And they never used salt on the roads.
No.
So it wasn't rusty, but every single bush on it, rubber bush, was knackered. I got it home and I was driving it up the motorway from Southampton Docks, and the vibration was awful. Well, I discovered that the engine mounts, basically, the 2 aluminium mounts that stick outside of the engine and then go on the, they were just resting on the chassis rails. There was no rubber there.
Right.
That's why it was vibrating so much. fill in the story here, because obviously when I got the car, it was a 280 SE with a straight six, 2.8 litre engine, and I always wanted it to be a V8. And the easiest way to do that was I bought a W126 560 SEL.
Yes.
For 300 quid.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't back then.
Yeah.
Which gave the engine and transmission. I didn't want to do anything with the rear end, except I needed the right diff ratio in it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get hold of because they made a 6.3 version of this car, didn't they, as you well know.
The W109 6.3 V8, yes.
And I wanted the crown wheel and pinion out of the axle of that, so I had the right
exactly
ratio
what I want
to choose. So what have you got in it now? You've got
it has got at the moment a standard 108 rear axle.
Quite quick off the mark, I imagine.
So it runs out of puff at about 70-80 mile an hour, but boy does it get up there quick.
It does, yeah.
It flies up there. Well, the drama of the Red Pig is these 70s porn star looking rear arches.
Yeah.
It was the back end, it's the rear view of this car that sold me on having to do this project. The standard ride height has had 30mm taken out all around as well. And I think I got that off the original car and taking measurements off photographs and trying to work it and scale it up. Because the cars of this era had that leaning look when they were running on the track. So it was important to get that stance right as well.
Okay, well, thanks ever so much. It's been great to meet you.
No problem.
Real pleasure. We'll hopefully see you again at some point.
Well, if you hadn't have done the work that you did and putting the V8 into this, it wouldn't be here today. So, thank you.
So, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Practical performance car. If you have, please like, subscribe and comment on the video. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Oh, excellent.